Hey, welcome back everybody. We got the Jotaz today that I want to go over. Just kind of a quick guide on what the mechanics are of the Jotaz and how you can possibly improve your score. I've been getting a lot of comments from people saying that their score improved 20 to 30%. That's fantastic. Some people, these aren't super helpful because they already know what to do. That's great too, and I wish you the best of luck. I have right now only Luke leveled up, so my runs are going to be without Luke. But if you have IG at a comparable level to Luke, then I think you'll do pretty decent too, if not better. So go ahead and use IG if you have him close to Luke at whatever level you have him at. But if he's too low, then you might want to keep him out, unless you're at the point where you only have like one summon. At that point, even lowering the summons utility to get a third character is still pretty good. And then of course, if you get even farther than that and Luke has no summons, then whatever you can bring in, by all means bring him in. So with that being said, go ahead and quickly subscribe to the channel real quick in case you forget to, and then we'll go ahead and jump into the Jotaz. So this is big old boy right here. So we're going to go ahead and start with his features. We'll go into the features over here, click Jotaz, and we'll read up on his kit because I know a lot of people skip over that or miss that. Hopefully this can illuminate some things for people. So his basic heaving bulk, deal physical damage to target enemy. This attack deals 250% more damage if target enemy has no buffs. So contrary to where we are trying to avoid having buffs with the Pirate ATST, this one we want to try to make sure that they have buffs before a basic, so that way they don't get nuked out, because 250 damage more is not anything to play around with. First special is Backhand Sweep, dispel buffs and deal physical damage to all enemies. Then the Jotaz gains 2% offense stacking for each buff dispelled until it uses Boulder Toss. So kind of a stacking offense, but it isn't a permanent stacking offense like we see with the Pirate ATST. And you can kind of line up the buffs, so don't give out the buffs right before that sweep is about to happen. That's one of the strategies you can use to avoid getting them all dispelled. So Boulder Toss is the second special, deal physical damage to target enemy, which can't be evaded. Jotaz gains 50% offense until the end of the battle, doubled if the target is defeated by this ability, and this ability starts on cooldown. So that is a more permanent stacking debuff. That one hurts for sure. Rabid Rage is the first unique. Whenever an enemy loses a buff, Jotaz gains to 10% turn meter. So there's your double-edged sword about having buffs and then losing them, whether it's due to the sweep or just them naturally expiring, unfortunately. So, and then we have the normal boss mechanics. This is on everyone. That's the Roar of the Crowd. Damage this unit dealt is increased as points are earned. So as the battle goes on, it deals more damage, and then you also deal less damage. The damage this unit receives is decreased as points are earned. Just to stop turn meter trains after enemies take 10 consecutive turns, this unit gains 30% offense and 200 speed for the rest of the battle, and takes a bonus turn, and all buffs are dispelled on all enemies, which of course adds more turn meter to the Jotaz. I don't think we have any turn meter loops right now, but I think that's going to be a consistent thing that we see on all raid bosses going forward, regardless of what characters are available in the era. Then this is getting out of hand is so that these disparate tunes from different factions kind of work together. At the start of the battle, all enemies are considered to be from the following factions until the end of the battle. That's Bounty Hunter, Droid, Empire, Inquisitorius, Jedi, Night Sister, Rebel, Scoundrel, Sith, Unaligned Force User, and Wookiee. So in the future, we'll probably see different tags there as well, if they're needed. This one is kind of a hodgepodge era, but I imagine future eras will be kind of more cohesive. And then now there are 5 of them. At the start of the battle, up to 4 enemies are summoned based on this unit's era level, this unit being the boss, and the lowest enemy's era level in the following descending order. So the lowest enemy would be your characters and their lowest era level. That's why if you bring in an underleveled IG, all the other summons are also that lowest level. They drop down to whatever the lowest level character you bring in is. So Yoda and Chewie are the first to go. Tier 2, you no longer have Yoda and Chewie. Tier 3, you no longer have Asajj. Tier 4, you no longer have Inquisitor Barriss. And Tier 5, Luke is all by himself with DVD gone as well. So let's go ahead and jump into the battle. Currently we are sitting in tier 2 still. I've leveled up quite a few times, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be able to handle tier 2 no issues. And then we'll go into a set of refreshed attempts for tier 3. I'm hoping to get 40%. That's probably going to be unlikely, but if we get to 40%, then we'll go ahead and get the materials we need to upgrade Luke to 30, and then we can maybe shoot a bit higher. So without further ado, let's go and take out IG because we don't want our characters lowered level. Then we got 29 air levels on Luke. Let's go for it. So things to keep in mind right here is that the special is up with the backhand sweep. So if we apply a bunch of buffs from Luke's middle ability, they could get dispelled. However, because we've leveled up Luke, the tenacity up that we get from this ability is undispellable. So we don't have to worry about this right this moment because we're going to do the mass assist instead. Because this gives bonus turn, but we don't really need to worry about that. So go ahead and do mass assist, get that cooldown moving, get 24%. We're going to give the Dark Disciple to Luke to make sure that he always has a buff and he has a little bit more speed in offense. Now Vader, we only have one enemy, so no point in doing the AoE here. Also no buffs to dispel on the enemy, so we're going to go ahead and use the double hit right here. He does damage twice. Sweep, I think one buff might have got dispelled from Luke, no big deal. We're going to go ahead and use the middle siphon ability, siphon some crit chance from him. We don't need to do the heal because they all have protection now. Now we want to go ahead and give some buffs out and swap the turn meter, or not swap the turn meter, give bonus turn meter. We're also going to call the attackers to assist. So Barriss has the lowest turn meter. We'll go ahead and throw it over to her. They both assist. That's good. Then we'll do it in basic with DVD. And then Asajj's second special does the most damage. It has the highest damage multiplier, and it has a chance to stun. Probably not on these bosses ever. And then the first special has the second highest damage multiplier. So when this is up, you want to go ahead and use that if you haven't used if you've already used the second special. So I'll go ahead and drop that. DVD gets kicked. Basic on Luke. Basic on Asajj. And we're making good work here. Basic on DVD. And basic. Oh, she gets kicked, but she's good still. Basic through, double hit. New record. Go ahead and use the AoE again because that damage multiplier is higher. I'll go ahead and target DVD, give him a buff. See, that's where we could have not given out the buff necessarily because the sweep was coming. But no big deal. Boulder Toss will be next, but I don't think he'll survive. Oh, 98%, and no, one more hit. There we go, finish it off. So not too much trouble here. Now, a lot of people have had trouble at this tier. We will go ahead and see. Yeah, it doesn't give us what we need. Okay, rank 38, good enough for 68. We need to go a little bit higher than that. This morning on the ATSC, we got to 37%. So right about here, just short of 40%. So I'm hoping maybe the JOTAZ is a little easier and we can go ahead and shoot up there. Again, take out IG90, send in Luke by himself. And the features are still the same, so it's going to be pretty much the same strategy, except we don't have Asajj anymore. The sweep is going to happen, but again, we don't have to worry about that because the tenacity is undispellable. Go ahead and do the mass assist first. Okay, 5%. Ow, that sweep hurts. Double hit with DVD. Go ahead and do the siphon with Barriss. We maybe could have done the heal, but we want damage. Now we're going to go ahead and give buffs because otherwise this big thing is going to do 250% damage. So good thing we saved that. We will go ahead and give it over to Barriss since she has the least turn meter. That's going to rally. DVD is going to attack. No needing to heal, just keep on sending the damage. Oh, a dodge, that's really helpful. Basic. Okay, I don't know what our odds of getting 40% are. Basic, I think we could try to heal a little bit, but I think no matter what we do, somebody's getting taken out. And this doesn't give any buffs, it's only 5%. We'll go ahead and do the damage. Yeah, he's getting taken out with 20,000 hit anyway. This is probably not going to be the best run because DVD's a big damage dealer. So go ahead and siphon some crit damage. Yep, that takes Luke out and basic through. Okay, 22%. Go ahead and pick up some materials, but not the one we need. unfortunately. Let's go ahead and double check. Good enough for 47th. Let's go ahead and take a look at that material that we need just to make sure. Yeah, we need 50 of that, but we got plenty of that. So, and we don't have enough to take IG up right now. Highest we can go is 16 with the amount of air level currency we have. We kind of be waiting no matter what on IG. So let's go ahead and run it again. Maybe we get better luck. DVD doesn't die so quickly. We're gonna go and assist. Get all those assists in. The swipe comes down. Double hit from DVD. Go ahead and siphon. 1,000, 1,100 points. Go ahead and give the turn meter to Barris. Call DVD to assist. Basic in for the damage. Okay, survives the kick that time. Basic on DVD. Basic. Now, okay, we survived for another hit, another round. Basic there. I think there's no way to really tell about the damage, but I think whoever gets the boulder tossed at them is gonna die anyway. So I don't know if it matters too much for the heal. We'll go ahead and see here. Yeah, see, he wasn't gonna live just because 5% health. So we'll keep on trucking. Basic damage on the siphon. Yeah, see, he takes out Luke at full health. He was definitely gonna go ahead and, oh, that wasn't the kick though. That was the boulder toss last time, but still. Yeah, and we don't have any way to give him buffs at that point. So we're gonna have to go ahead and send it. She got a dodge, nice. Oh no. That was an no crit 28,000 boulder. 24% is where we're shooting. We'll give it a couple more attempts here. See if Darth Vader can survive. Okay, we'll go ahead and do the mass assist. Some crits would be nice. Okay, so targeted her right off the bat. It didn't use the sweep. So we'll go ahead and do this, and we're gonna have undispellable buffs via Luke's turn meter giving. So go ahead and give that to her. Now it's gonna sweep, but it's not gonna get rid of everything, hopefully. So basic. Yep, see? And they didn't really take too much damage at all. DVD, none at all. Basic there, basic there. Okay, kick comes down. We're going to have another sweep unless we get a boulder throw. I'm gonna go ahead and heal up just for the sweep on the off chance. Yeah, see, okay, so we might have lost Barris if we didn't do that. It might not make a difference ultimately, but okay, siphon. We need a dodge. He can't be evaded, so we know. But we did lose Barris this time, so hopefully we're doing a little bit more damage because we got DVD alive here. So we'll do the assist, 25%. Basic on DVD, and the swipe takes us down. Okay, it's 27%. Either way, we're not getting 40, so it doesn't really matter even if we do get this 150 because we can't use it. So let's go ahead and run it one more time. I always like to save a battle for the next day. Helps get dailies done early in the morning. So we only got one more battle here. Go ahead and call the mass assistant again. The sweep, double hit, siphon, make sure that Luke spreads around the buffs. Go ahead and give it to her again. Get the rally, basic in there. Okay, targeting DVD again, basic, basic. Oh, there goes the sweep, and then we got the boulder toss. Yeah, no point in healing up, I don't think. And of course it goes for the Darth Vader. Alright, basic siphon. She survives, and then we keep going. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so hopefully those mechanics help you just a little bit dealing with the buffs and whatnot, making sure they stay up at the right times, but we don't have enough buffs to go around. This is one area where IG might help in the future once we get him up a little bit. And then also, he could just take the boulder hit potentially maybe for DVD, or at least we'll have one more character to attack. So that's all I got for the JOTAS. Hope it helps a little bit. If it does, go ahead and like the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below with your percentage and what tier you're on so we can kind of get metrics. Also, your character's air level would be helpful, and whether or not you're taking in IG-90 and Luke. And yeah, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when more videos come out. Thanks everybody. Talk to you tomorrow.